Presents are replacing star drops in Mega Pig, but do they actually give you more value than star drops? Let's do a bit of math to find out, and also just find out how much extra progression you're actually getting in this brawler days. Presents work in a very similar way to star drops. Your rarity is predetermined before you scratch it, so it's only there to add suspense, unlike something like lucky drops in Clash Royale. But the chance of each rarity is way more generous here than in star drops. You are more than 2 times as likely to get a legendary and a mythic present. But how does that actually compare to the rewards from each rarity? So let's start with coins. You can get 47 coins per star drop on average, but you get 73 coins in presents. A big reason for that is that there's around 15% chance to get hypercharges in both legendary presents and star drops. But as we said, the chance of a legendary present is way higher than in a star drop. Another thing is that the coin rewards you get in rare and super rare presents are double what you get in star drops. But that doesn't count gadgets or star powers. I heard feedback from previous videos that gadgets and star powers aren't inherently 1000 and 2000 coin value because you might get one that you would never use. So they're separated now. Hypercharges are still part of a coin though because they're essential to maxing your brawler out, right? You can't choose between hypercharges. So you have a 0.8% chance to get a gadget in star drops versus 2.5% in presents. You have a 0.5% chance to get a star power in star drops versus 1.3% in presents. So in terms of coins, you're getting more value all around. Now for power points, things actually take a slight dip. You get 14 power points per star drop on average, but only 11 power points per present. The chances are just reduced in all fronts. 1 month ago, I would say who cares, but I'm actually a bit short on power points now. It almost feels taboo to say that, right? Because people are gonna come after me for wanting more power points. I just got so many coins in the last few events, especially the dead boxes. Let me know if I'm alone here. Now for Bling, avid code SHIU users would know that this is split into per Bling, Bling 5 for skins, and other cosmetics. So let's start with pure Bling. You get only 0.7 Bling per star drop, but a whopping 16.5 Bling in presents. And that makes total sense if you just look at the rewards table. You can only get 20 and 50 Bling in star drops, but you can get 100 and 250 Bling in presents. Now for skins, you get 38 Bling equivalent in star drops, but get this, you get 272 Bling equivalent in presents. And that's not even counting Clash Mini Penny and Frost Queen Amber skins, which are mythic and legendary skins, each for 0.5%. Wait no, 0.05%. A big reason is that there's literally more than a 50% chance that you'll get a skin in a mythic present. And there's a 50% chance of an epic skin in legendary presents. But here's where we have our first big caveat. Skins are limited to Brawler Days themed skins. Lastly, all the other stuff that nobody cares about. You get 48 Bling equivalents in star drops, but 210 Bling equivalents in presents. But here's the weird thing. Literally all of that comes from only epic presents. You literally have a 90% chance to get a pin, spray, or an avatar in epic presents. The other 10% isn't even in progression, it's skins. So epic skins are literally purely cosmetic. I don't know what to make of that. It's so weird. Like all the other rarities have some form of progression, but not epic, apparently. Well, anyway, pins, sprays, and avatars are also from a small pool of Brawler Days themed cosmetics. Okay, now the awkward part. Credits and brawlers. Before I talk about fallbacks, oh my god. The bottom line is that you'll get more credits from presents no matter what. It's a bit more than double your average yield from a star drop, but the specifics depend on your fallbacks. That is because if you have all the brawlers of one rarity and you pull that rarity, you will get a fallback reward, which is less than the credit value of that rarity. For example, if you pull the chance of a rare brawler, you would get 100 credits as a fallback. So credit progression depends on what brawler rarities you completed. So I made a little Excel program for you to input what brawlers you got, and it spits out your credit progression for both presents and star drops. You can also catch a glimpse on how videos like this get produced produced. You can see how I crunched the numbers and put it on that Excel sheet. So if you're ultra nerdy like me, the link is down below. Before we get to how much extra progression you're actually getting this brawler days, ooh, voice crack. Here is a final side-by-side comparison of presents and star drops. You get way more value from presents in every way except for PowerPoint, which I do care about. Hi, this is Editing Shiu. There has been a last-minute change. Now there is a 1% chance for you to get 100 gems in a legendary present. That doesn't really change that much. There are some other rewards like Hypercharges and Star Powers that have their percentages reduced by a little bit, but that doesn't really factor into the grand scheme of things. But this will be reflected in the spreadsheet that I am going to give you. Link is below, as I said. Oh, camera's here. Link is below. So now, let's find out how many of them you can get in this jolly gambling season. The biggest source by far is of course the Mega Tree, so that lasts for 13 days and you get free tickets every day. That is 9 tickets for every club mate, and assuming that your club is full, that is 1,170 tickets in total. Assuming that you are in the most mid club and you get 50% win rate, that is 585 presents, and because you get 1 present every 25 wins, that translates to 20 free presents on Clashmas. That is assuming that every club mate is doing the work. I don't know about you, but that doesn't feel like a lot actually. Maybe we're just spoiled with events like the 100 star drops, but 20 free just doesn't feel like a lot. That's barely more than a normal mega pick, right? But of course you might not have a full club, so I made another little Excel program where you can input the number of club mates in your club and also how shit you think you guys are, and it'll spit out your expected number of presents. There's also a Brawler Days calendar. You can get 26 presents there amongst other things like cosmetics and the Hypercharge too. So that's in total 49 presents. So let's multiply our average present reward by 49, and that's how much extra progression on average from presents. But if you want to find out your custom results, you would have to go to the nerdy spreadsheet to fill in stuff about credits and your club. Obviously, this is not the final number. There might be free presents popping up in your shop too, and this isn't counting presents that you can get in Pizza Planet. Let's say if we get 100 code shield usages in 7 days, I'll make a video on the best deals in Pizza Planet. That feels fair, right? I give you value, you give me value. Okay, I know the upload situation is not great here. I'm working on a brawler guide these last few weeks and they just take so long. Like, I can finish something like this video in a few days, but not that. So now I'm gonna keep working on that brawler guide, and hopefully in parallel with the Pizza Planet video, if we do get 100 code shield usages. So if everything goes according to plan, you'll see 2 videos soon, but things never go according to plan, do they?